All right, hi. So today we had a sales Q&A and I got through a lot of questions, but one of them we didn't get time to answer, so I wanted to answer it here. And the question was along the lines of, how do you manage a sales team? Now, I think it's very important to pick out the word manage there, because there's also, how do you lead a sales team? And I think that's a really important question that should be answered as well. Answering that directly, if you want to lead a sales team, the best thing to do is get in there and sell with them. I learned the hard way about 15 years ago that when you run a sales team, really it's great to be in the trenches and sell with them, even if you're doing it for part of your day, because then there's not only the camaraderie, but also you inspire the people underneath you. They start thinking, you know what, we're being led by someone who's able to do this as well, because sales can be quite a tough job. Sitting back and letting your troops done it because you've earned the right to do so doesn't always go down so well. So I think leading from the front by actually doing it is wise. But to answer this question directly, how do you manage a sales team? I think it actually goes through to managing anyone. And what I've found, because I've worked with many companies and I've helped consulting with leadership teams on how they should build things, by far in the way, one of the most effective methods or structures I've used to my personal advantage in building it in a company which grew to over £1 million in a year was the rule of 1 and 3. So it's really simple. The idea is that basically you have one manager and 3 reports. So if I, for instance, was a sales director, I would have 3 people selling underneath me, reporting into me. If I choose to expand my team, then those people who join sit underneath the 3 people who report to me. So it's just a pyramid scheme, simple as that. And I remember it this well, there was as many years back, it was probably about 2008 or something, we brought 3 people in. They were grads actually, so they just left university. These guys were fantastic, and we did such good work with recruitment. It was really worth doing that. Your first tier of troops need to be decent. They all do obviously, but these especially. And one of them in particular really fired straight away, did so well, and after about 6 months we decided to bring another raft of people in, so they sat underneath him. So you had me, then 3 more underneath, and then underneath one of those you had an additional, I think it was 2 to begin with. And so that's how you grow. And sure, you should be in touch with all of the people in that hierarchy, but in terms of reporting lines, really simply you have the 3 people reporting to you, and you hear what's going on in the trenches further down via that manager, and the manager underneath hears from the trenches further down from the managers underneath him. So it's a really clever way of doing it, but this is the reason why it works so well. When you only manage 3 people or have 3 reports, it allows you to also be able to focus on your thing. And especially because the question was, how do you manage a sales team? What it means is, as well as having people who report into you, and keeping life simple with the management, it also means that you can get on and do some selling as well. It gives you the time and space to do that. If you feel like there's too many people and you prefer to manage more people, it does mean that you need to put some more layers in and above you. And I know that a flat kind of hierarchy can also work with other benefits, but in terms of a sales team, I find this is really good. Not least, to finish up, another benefit is that it's very good for salespeople who have this sense of aspiration. They want to grow and move up a level. If it's too flat, then they don't feel there's any progression until the manager leaves. So when you have a number of levels like that, they can feel they can move up and build their own team, things like that. So it's very inspiring for new guys who are coming in saying, do you know what, if I do well, I can grab a few people underneath me as well. And it really blooms when you try it that way. So hope that helps. Let me know what your thoughts are. What's the best way or hierarchy or structure you've used with managing a sales team? Like the video if you do, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.